Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. My hair's awful. Okay, sorry. All right. And you are watching Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the reality shows that we're doing is Vanderpump Rules. You know I love that show. I've watched it ever since the very first episode, from which it was a crossover from the Beverly Hills Housewives between Sheena and Brandy. Now, okay, so let's talk about, I'm just going to go right into the show. I'm just going to go, well, actually, before we get into the show, I went walking today. I went for a walk around the neighborhood, and I got real sick. Like, not sick, but like I was like queasy. I was like, oh my God, this is awful. You know, but I didn't throw up or anything, but it was a little like, oh. And of course, you know, my fucking paranoid ass is like, oh my God, I've got the flu. You know, the flu's going around. I've got it, but I totally got a flu shot. Oh my God, what is going on? But no, I'm fine. Maybe it was a gas bubble, or maybe it was, you know, who knows, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So, you know, everything is a bigger deal in my head than it is in real life. And that is the 100% truth. It's true. Okay, so let's talk about Vanderpump Rules. So this was what was interesting about this show this time, was that this show was the gay pride show, right? Okay, great, wonderful, right? Well, this was actually my least favorite of all the gay pride shows that they've done. Because here's why. First of all, like every other year that they've done Pride, it's always been like a big deal. Like there's a big surf float. They've got Lisa being the grand marshal. They've got, I mean, like big parade. I mean, it's a gay pride parade. It's not a Sir parade, but it's a gay pride parade. But usually Sir has an entry in the parade. So I mean, every single year. So it's a little. So this year they didn't really spend a whole lot of time on that. And this, and you know, you can't hit it out of the park every single year. So it's not like I expected anything like amazing or jaw dropping. I mean, if I got it, that would be great, but wasn't expected. Wasn't an expectation of mine. But what I did expect, which I kind of was, I felt a little let down by, was that, so there's a new girl in the show. Her name is Billie, and she is trans. And before, and she's kind of, I don't want to call her a rando because she's not a rando, but she's not a full-on cast member like all the other ones. But she is like can you hear that kid screaming? Can you hear? Hold on. It never ends. And today's been even worse because they have a baby upstairs that will not screaming, and next door, the little girl next door, now she never cries. She is actually really, really good, but she must have not been feeling well or something, because she was crying crying also today too. So of course I've got, you know, 3 kids all around me, and I'm like, oh my, and well, 4 kids because there's 2 across the way. Annoying. I don't mind the little girl next door. I love her. I think she's cute, and I love the parents. I think they're fine. And babies cry, and I get that. I expect a little bit of crying every now and then. That's fine. But every single day, they scream like they are dying. It's annoying. It is fucking annoying. I'm trying to be a good person and not call the police on them, but anyways. Oh, and you know what? And there's some other kids that live upstairs in the front of the building, and they are adorable. They never, I mean, they get a little rambunctious after school. They'll be a little tiny bit loud. But they never cry, and and their loudness ends at like 6 o'clock at night. So it's not like all hours like it is across the hallway, right? Anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on that, but I mean, I'm in the middle of a fucking show and you hear this screaming, and that's literally across the hall. So that should tell you exactly how loud these fucking fuckers are. Sorry, I'm foaming at the mouth. I'm so upset. I'm sorry. Billie, let's talk about Billie. So Billie is trans, and she's a hostess. She's a new employee, so that's why she's not like a full-time cast member yet. You know, even Lala was not a full-time cast member until, I don't know, this season, I guess. So it is, I don't expect like every single day to be all, the Billie show. I don't get that, but I would have, because they basically all they did was they just showed her giving a speech to Lisa Vanderpump, and it was kind of weird. The speech was itself was a little bit weird because she talked a little bit about Billie, but then she segued into Lisa Vanderpump. And what's interesting about that is that, listen, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with any of that. I just wish they would have showed more Billie. I need that should be a little bit more clear. And that's a big problem that I have. Is I don't articulate myself as well as I should, and that is not a good thing. I try to, and I thought that this show would actually be a good way for me to continue to work on my elocution skills and my articulation skills, but that hasn't happened that much. I mean, even if you factor in that this is supposed to be a very informal show, I mean, hello, I'm in my kitchen. I mean, there's my refrigerator. Okay? I mean, but even though I am in my kitchen and this is as low budget as it gets, I'm still, I still want it to I don't like like all of the pauses that I take, and sometimes I do it on purpose for dramatic effect, and I'm okay with those, but it's like ones where, or at least I know, I don't know what I'm going to say. I've lost my train of thought, and that's something else too that's kind of worried me lately, is my train of thought it's been very difficult for me to, stay focused, and it's kind of hard, so... Not at work so much. At work, I'm very focused at work. But, like, just in general, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself and I need to calm the hell down. And I probably do. But whatever. Okay, anyways. So that was really all they had to do with Gay Pride on this episode. So that was kind of like, okay. But here's another part about Gay Pride, though. So, speaking of Gay Pride... Let's talk about DJ James Kennedy. First of all, I'm sorry, but this episode cemented my love for Kristen Doute. I'm sorry. I know I'm crazy, and I know she's crazy too. I don't care. She cracks my shit up. She is hilarious. She is hysterical. She really is. And in terms of her storyline this week, well, it wasn't her storyline, it was actually James's storyline. So James's storyline this week, this was like a weird random week for James, because we know he's with Raquel, right? And him and Raquel, and he's got this little gay friend with him too. And I don't know the gay friend's name. I'm sorry, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't know him from around town. But the gay friend, we've seen the gay friend a couple of times before on the show, and if you watch Bravo After Dark, I think he might have also, maybe he wasn't, I don't know, but he's been on the show before. But anyways, now it was kind of weird because they were showing that James was like really huggy kissy with him and very affectionate with him, and he was saying that, that the gay friend was saying, I know you love me, and we've done a lot more than that, and all those things. And I'm going, is this kid really outing James on television in front of his girlfriend Raquel? That is what killed me the most. It wasn't so much that he was outing him on television, because other people have said that about James, that he's bisexual, but I've never seen any sort of indication that he is. I mean, he's relatively pretty, and he's European, so I know that doesn't mean anything, because I've never seen him I've never seen him with another guy the way that he was with his little gay friend. And what killed me was that they were that way right in front of Raquel, and Raquel's like, really? Is someone else going to tell me that they were making out with my boyfriend? Now, and the reason why I brought up Kristen, because Kristen had a small part of this, because she's like, you know what? Here's the thing. Do I think he's gay? No. Do I think he's had a dick in his mouth? Absolutely. I was dying. I was like, oh my God, that is the quote of the night. It goes to Kristen Doute. That was hilarious. That was absolutely hysterical. I loved it. Dying, dead. Time of death. 10 o'clock. It was great. Anyways, yeah, so we'll see what happens. And then, we did see a little bit of Tom and Tom working on Tom Tom, their new bar. And I don't know, we'll see what happens with that. That was really it. There wasn't really anything else that happened. I mean, Brittany also had lunch with Stassi and Kristen, and she was, upset. Oh, and at the end of the episode, because you're like, well, where's Jackson Brittany, right? Well, at the end of the episode, Kristen, and this is again why I fucking love Kristen Doute, she was like, I'm going to fly your mother out here. She can come stay with you. And she did. She flew Brittany's mother out. Brittany's mother came out. And listen, I think I would probably like Sherry and get along with Sherry. If I were to meet her in person, I think she's fine. And she's definitely raised a beautiful daughter in Brittany, and she loves Jax. You know that she loves Jax because she has been very effusive about Jax ever since the beginning. And she hasn't really, like, I don't know about if Brittany's dad is as keen on Jax as Brittany's mom is, but, if she had been more like her father, she probably would have got Brittany and collected her and they would have gone back to Kentucky. But I mean, we'll see what happens because Jax walked in at the very end and he was like, and, well, yeah, you stepped in it this time, my friend, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Pump Rules to talk about Vanderpump Rules, or you can also hashtag All Stars 3, because I'm talking about that next, which is for RuPaul's Drag Race, All Stars 3. Most of the gay people that watch this will know already what that is, but if in case you don't, or in case you don't have cable or something, it's on VH1. It is now, and I'll talk all about that tomorrow, or the next time I post. And then also, you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Alright, everyone. Well, there's some bubble that just came up. Okay, well, thank you so much for everyone for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.